Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful Problematicast. I am Demonius X, and I'm joined by my good friend and cohort, Drunken Punk 800.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so we got some good topics for you tonight, and some things that I think will tickle all your fancies, or whatever the fuck. And so, on that note, DP's been itching to speak his mind on some certain topics that have been going on this past week, so I'm going to go ahead and let him have the helm for now, and then I'll offer my opinion. So go ahead, DP.
Well, you know what? We always get told by people in our lives that we're such assholes because we're pessimistic. But you know what? Shit just, I'll quit being pessimistic the moment shit quits being fucked. And shit is fucked right now, especially in Orlando, Florida. There's been 3 incidents. There was a singer, a YouTube sensation. I hadn't personally heard of her, but Christina Grimmie. She was killed by a psychotic fan right after a concert during a signing or some shit. The very next day, 49 gay men were killed at a gay nightclub in Orlando by a fucking Islamic terrorist. Those two words that Obama just can't seem to put together. Islamic terrorist, call it what it is. And that's the main one I wanted to get on. And then like a few days after that, these hicks from fucking Nebraska, these idiots that have no idea of wildlife, they were down at like Walt Disney resorts and they let their kid play in the water where it says no swimming. Well, guess what? 2-year-old kid gets snatched up by a gator and killed. They found it. The gator apparently drowned the kid, but there wasn't any. The kid wasn't torn to pieces, amazingly. But still, it's like, with that one there, it's like, use your fucking head. It's like we already had, that gorilla got shot because some asshole let their kid fall into the gorilla pit.
Right.
And that was all clusterfuck, and now we got this. So anyway, those are the 3 things I just wanted to touch base, give a point of reference, and then we can get into it better.
Right, and I definitely agree with that. That way we're going to be doing things, and I just want to say a couple things based on these topics. Of course, I don't see and I don't agree that Islam is a nation, or sorry, not a nation. A religion of peace, because they're doing constant shit like this worldwide. I mean, we had not too long ago. It was, matter of fact, last year we had an incident here in Oklahoma where an Islamic man beheaded an older woman because she would not renounce her Christian faith. This is a fucking
shit.
Yeah. It's just another day at work, right? You go into work and then some fucking crazy Islamic is like, do you renounce your faith in Christ? No, I do not. Then you will die by my hand in the name of Allah, and then Allah Akbar, slice, slice, slice. That's what happened.
That reminds me of the fucking Columbine shootings where they went around asking people if they believed in God and then sent them to God,
Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry, I mean, this may sound morbid, but I'd rather have my head blown off than fucking my head sliced off. Because I can imagine that would just be hell from beginning to end.
I would rather fucking die than ever submit to these fucking goddamn psychotic terrorists.
You can take your Allah and shove it up your fucking smelly goat ass. That's what I have to say. Fuck your Allah. Alright? Because it's because of your fucking Allah that we have shit like this happen. I mean, y'all know that I don't agree with, homosexuality or the gay community, but they're still human beings, for fuck's sake. And
I mean, I'm fucking bi, and I don't like the LGBT community because of their fucking politics. I don't agree with them, so I don't identify with them. I'm just me, man. But I was just pissed off beyond belief. If I would have had one of these fucking asshole terrorists in my fucking basement, I would have taken the goddamn soldering iron and the fucking Dremel tool of that son of a bitch, and then fucking dumped him in fucking bacon grease, force fed him alcohol, and light that son of a bitch on fire down to hell where he belongs so he can get raped by Cerberus for eternity.
No shit. Or fucking Anubis even. Anubis would have fun with his ass for all eternity down in hell with the flames and pitchforks and all that and all together. It's just mixed for a cocktail of the kind of damnation that that cocksucker deserves in the burning hells. I mean, yeah, there are times I may say shit along the lines of like, I wish I could put them all on an island and nuke them. It's all just figures of speech. I wouldn't really do it if I even had the power to do it. So, because they're still human beings.
I mean, it is annoying when, and this even pisses me off when you got these gay pride parades. That's good and fine, but you got them walking around with fucking dildos stapled to their fucking spandex suits, and they're just acting like assholes because they can, because they know no one will say anything against it. They take it too far. But that doesn't mean they should be fucking executed, and I know you even agree on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I've always said, it's not the people, it's not their lifestyle, it's the shit that they shove down our throats. Pun intended. It's God damn it. There's no. It's the things that they shove in the faces of us who prefer heterosexuality. It's like we need to be damned because we prefer being straight. I mean, how does that make any sense to anybody? It's like, why can't we have straight... sorry to cut you off. I didn't mean to say that.
No.
I just want to say, why can't we have straight parades? Why can't we have straight celebrations? Because if we do that, we're deemed as fucking bigots and everything else in between.
It's the same fucking thing with... You can have these idiots going around and calling people crackers and having their black power bullshit, but the minute you say anything against niggers or say white power, white pride at least, or any of that...
Then we're racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking fine.
It's all racist. It's all bad. I think the Morgan Freeman said best. You want to get rid of racism? Stop talking about it. These fucking lefty SJW cunts, though, think that if you don't talk about racism, then that'll make kids racist somehow. It's like, dude, if that wasn't even a thought in the kid's head, then, like, you know, if no one talked about race, then that wouldn't even be a thing. They wouldn't even think about that.
No, it's just people keep the idea of racism alive, which is why it's still alive and well in the United States. I mean, other parts of the country, it's not nearly as bad as one would think. It's mostly in North America where all the racism is happening in full force. A lot of people are getting hurt or killed just because of the color of their skin. It's not right. It's the attitude of the person that defines them, not the color of their skin.
Mm-hmm. It's just like Martin Luther King wanted.
Exactly.
Judge by your content of your character, not the color of your skin. But just because, you know, we'll make fucking racist jokes, we'll fucking do everything, but we'll call certain individuals niggers.
Exactly.
There's a difference between black people and niggers. Chris Rock, who is fucking black, said the same thing.
Yes, he loves black people, but he hates niggers, and I am in total agreement with him. On all accounts. I cannot stand niggers. I cannot stand any bad group of people of any race, regardless of skin color. Okay? Like Spics. That's the Mexican equivalent of a nigger, or they call them beaners over there. You know.
Yeah, but the lazy fuckers, you know, the parasites of society.
Correct. The ones that just keep this shit rolling to where innocent people get hurt, where they're just trying to live day to day, making an honest dollar, or just trying to live in general. And, you know, then you got some crazed assholes out there, like these Islamic terrorists, you know, then they go around hurting and killing people that don't even deserve it because they didn't do anything to create that amount of hatred.
These fucking, these radical Islamists, these people that are just so much into the fucking doctrine of their book, you know, these people that are so much into it, those fucking people that take everything as super literal and all this shit, they want to force this on everybody. They are the new fucking Nazis of the world.
I always said, and not to cut you off because I know you were going to...
No. Continue.
Okay. I was just... All I was going to say I've always said this, and I still stick by it. ISIS and the whole idea of ISIS is modern-day Nazism. Easily. because they want everyone to agree and believe in what they think and what they feel, and they want to force it on people. Thus, we have shit like this that happens.
You know, you got because of the the SJWs and all this other shit. I mean, it was bad enough when you had blacks converting to Islam. It's like, dude, do you understand? Because you're not from the Middle East, they are never going to really accept you.
No,
You are in bed with the enemy right now. They will fucking kill you as soon as if they get Sharia law around the whole fucking thing. They'll kill anyone that is not a fucking Muslim from the Middle East. And you got now these SJWs, these feminists. It's the weird thing. The feminists and the gays are standing up for Islam because it's a different culture. It's like, do you realize that they fucking they will use surgical glue on a gay man's ass and feed them laxatives until they die a slow, painful death. They will throw them off buildings. And as far as the women, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. They dress them up like fucking ninjas. So why the hell are you fucking uber lefty cocksuckers supporting the group that is your fucking polar opposite?
and right.
You always bitch about fascists, but these are the new fascists.
Absolutely. And, you're defending these assholes and these shitheads. And, if you were to defend them and go up to them and talk to them, like, in person, they wouldn't even fucking say thank you or anything like that. They would whip out a knife and slice your fucking head off.
Muslims will not even shake a woman's hand.
Nope.
Even if she's in a position of power, such as a teacher, a doctor, whatever have you, a police officer, anything, they will not shake a woman's hand. And that is the definition of sexism. But we're supposed to ignore that because, don't want to be bigots.
Exactly. And because over there in the other side of the world, women are viewed as a lesser equal than us men. All the men have power. And that's why I don't understand why we have fucking feminazis over here in America where no one suppresses women, or at least there's a minority amount of people.
Sorry.
It's okay. There's a minority amount of people here in America who do suppress women, but it's a very minuscule amount. And if you run into those kind of people, it's unfortunate, but you can push them away. We got laws in place that will help you stay away from that individual from causing a problem. Now, you go over to the Middle East. I mean, you think it's bad here in the United States, you fucking femicunts. Go over there. They will throw rocks at you. They will burn you, torture you, rape you. They will do everything they can to suppress your fucking ass. So
not to mention.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just going to say.
But yeah, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. I was just about to say, shut the fuck up, enjoy your life here, and fucking go on and live your life and enjoy it. Why you gotta fucking worry about everything else that you're not even being suppressed here? That's the thing that makes me mad. Is you women are going around on YouTube, on Tumblr, and all these fucking stupid social sites.
If they were oppressed, they wouldn't be able to speak their fucking minds.
Exactly.
They would be in the goddamn kitchen, cooking, cleaning, sucking. That's it.
Yeah, you'd be sucking my dick and making me a sandwich. You wouldn't even have a voice. Not just with me, but with every other male in the country that is hitched with somebody or with somebody in a relationship. You're like, bitch, I don't care. I don't value your opinion. I don't care about what you have to say or think or feel. No, you're going to go in the kitchen, you're going to make me some dinner, and then you're going to suck my dick off, and then you're going to go to bed like a good little wench. See, that's how it's like over in the Middle East. And all
Not
these
only
other
there, but also Africa. I mean, in Africa there's women getting their clits forcibly cut off with a razor blade, and the feminists say nothing. It's kind of like PETA. PETA will bitch up and down about video games promoting violence against animals, but there's dogs being skinned alive and eaten in China right now.
And no one says nothing. Exactly. No one says anything. Like, well, yeah, that's in China. That's not in America. It doesn't fucking matter. It's animals getting tortured. I mean, I understand some of us eat cows and shit, but
that's different.
It's different, exactly. It's a hella different. And
well, for one, when we kill cows, okay, and that's another thing. Islam does this thing called halal meat, where they fucking like skin the animal alive. They fucking get the meat right off the bitch when they fucking prepare the meat. They don't kill it. When we kill cows for McDonald's or wherever the fuck, we shoot them in the head with a fucking bolt. Kapow, done. Kapow, done. Kapow, done. And yeah, you know what the difference is between fucking the fuzzy cute animals and the fucking cows, the chickens, all the avians. The difference is those fucking things are stupid. They are meant by nature or God or whatever you want to call it. They are meant to be fucking food. That's why there's predators that eat that shit.
Right, there's predators and prey, and
If I don't eat that cow, a wolf will, as I always say.
and that's the truth. You're right. And if we don't eat the venison, a fucking wolf or a bear will chomp that motherfucker in half with its jaws.
Or the fucking goddamn deer will just run out and kill somebody by wrecking their car.
Yep, because the guy would be driving half asleep, not even having a care in the world, and all of a sudden here comes a deer and jumps on your windshield and shit, scares the hell out of you, gives you a heart attack, and you crash the car and you're done. Game over.
Toasty!
Exactly. But not a toasty. Well, if the car explodes, then yeah, I think it would be a toasty then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Crispy!
And Krispy Kreme. Well, anyways. But
yes.
I'm okay. So, anyways, so I'm just glad we got that part discussed. And I mean, we always, if you guys want to, you can always put down your opinion below during any of our podcasts. If you have any,
yeah, as mentioned, I'm sorry, I'm all over your dick today. It's
okay.
just, maybe it's nerves, maybe it's because I'm pissed the fuck off about things, but it's just. But yeah, and like you mentioned, we're trying to see about episode 10, maybe going live and then do it every, once every couple of months or some shit. Or
right. Well, I was thinking maybe every 10th episode we could maybe do a live stream.
Yeah, we'll fucking figure it out, whatever.
Yeah, but of course, if people want to call, go ahead.
Yeah, and nothing. I'm just saying, I'm fucking sorry. I'm all over your dick today.
It's fine. I was just gonna say, but people call and be dicks to us and don't actually have a valid argument.
I don't know. That might be entertaining too, because we can go tell them to go fuck their mother.
Yeah, and we can tell them all sorts of crazy shit. And that's the beauty of it. But anyways, I want to go ahead and explain before we go any further about the episode name. You may see it's called Devil God of Rygar. There's a reason for this, and I don't know how many of you are gamers out there. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of you. When Castlevania Lords of Shadow came out, I hated the game. I couldn't stand it. And to this day, I still think it's a big steaming pile of shit. Because the truth of the matter is, it's pretty much Devil May Cry, God of War, and Rygar mixed into one game and play mechanics. Now, that may not sound bad, all of you, but on the surface, it wasn't. But it was not at all a traditional Castlevania game or had that Castlevania feel. It felt like a totally alienated adventure that I just could not stand. I didn't like the world. I didn't like the play mechanics. I didn't like the Belmont. I thought he was a pussy. So I was pretty much done with Castlevania as soon as Lords of Shadow surfaced. A lot of people liked it. I couldn't. And the second one was even worse. I gave it a fair shake, and I said, fuck a bunch of this. So, to make a long story short, basically, Devil God of Rygar, that's pretty much Castlevania Lords of Shadow in a nutshell.
I think it kind of has a double meaning here.
Okay, you care to explain?
Well, yeah, because, talking about a devil god. And I have said for a long time that as far as my interpretation is that Muhammad is the false prophet that the Christian Bible warned of.
Absolutely. I'll agree with that. I agree with that. Some would just say you're stupid or you're uninformed.
I don't give a fuck.
I know, and neither do I. It's just, I don't understand people out there who constantly always say for someone who feels and thinks a certain way, their feeling and certain things is wrong. And there's another thing I want to touch base on before we continue on with our rest of our topics. This is a side topic, okay? Today, and I may have mentioned this in the previous podcast, I don't remember exactly because a lot of the time I'm drinking, but I just got to go ahead and get
Hell
stuff
yeah.
there. Yeah. And you can't have an opinion anymore. If you have an opinion,
no.
If it differs from someone else's train of thought, you're considered wrong. You're not allowed to have an opinion anymore, and that really pisses me off because when I was a kid or when I was growing up in the world, people say, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it, and then we go about our day to go play with our toys in the sand or jack off to Pamela Anderson or whatever the fuck. We would go about our daily lives. But no, nowadays people actually have to find meanings because their lives are so goddamn pathetic that they gotta sit there on a keyboard and fucking be a keyboard warrior, whip out their sword, or in this case, their cheap ass ONN keyboard that they got from Big Lots or some other cheap store, and fucking speak words of wisdom what they feel is wisdom when it's just gibberish. It's like people have opinions, they're entitled to them. Let them have one. It's just because you don't feel the same way about what they feel about something else doesn't mean they're wrong. So shut the fuck up and get off your high goddamn horse, or you're gonna be deemed a fucking moron and should fuck off the planet like the Christians and the Muslims and the fucking whatever kind of weird ass religions that people follow.
But I mean, seriously, yeah. I mean, listen, you've been known for a long time to not be, like you mentioned, not a fan of homosexuality, but you didn't fucking kick me off this podcast we created after I did episode, what was it, 3.5 with Tom, where I ended up, pretty much coming out just to give people context as far as my opinions on things. You didn't be like, oh, fuck you, you fucking faggot, fucker, fucky.
Because I'm not like that. A lot of people just look at me and they take my vlogs into serious consideration.
Oh yeah, man. It's like, when you did those, you were either, tired or drunk, or you were just angry from just shit piling up and dealing with troll assholes, and you just fucking took it, you cranked it up to 11, and you was like, you know what? Fuck you, you fucking faggots from fucking something awful. Suck my fucking dick, you bitches.
And they're gonna make and I know right now, if they haven't already, they have a forum developed to me over there on the FIAD part of the site. If you want to go there and read their shit, you gotta spend $10 to join a forum. I mean, that right there should tell you how much pieces of shit they are.
They're a bunch of little faggots in their goddamn safe space with no dissenting opinions.
No, they're just
proto SJW.
Yep, and they're also the stereotype of the Jew because they want your money for a goddamn forum, something that should be free outright.
Oh,
but
yeah, man.
But they're gonna put their fucking Jew big noses in your asshole and get your $10 if you want to join.
I will tell you this much, okay? There's things about every religion that piss me off, and I get annoyed. At Jewish people once in a while, especially when they're rude and they fucking call you a goyim and they fucking act like you're less than dirt because they're God's chosen people, which I view as an ignorant thought. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I will take those fucking kikes' thoughts any day. I will take their side any day over these fucking ragheads.
Absolutely.
Hitler went after the wrong fucking group.
You got that right.
At least fucking Jews, even if they don't like it, they understand being business people. They understand the values of saving money and trying to be decent most of the time, most of them.
Right.
Whereas these ragheads, they're like, they're just poor idiots, and they take out their fucking shitty lives on everybody else. They don't try to better themselves. And I think Jews genuinely do try to better themselves, and that's why they have the nicest houses. That's why they have the nicest cars. That's, and that might lead towards some of the arrogance I feel towards them now and again, because they have it so good. But I would rather be on their side than the fucking, Islamists. You got all these lefties now bitching and wanting, fucking free Tibet and this and that and blah blah blah, and the Jews are evil and because they bomb Muslims. Well, you know what? The Muslims are hiding behind children, literally in schools. They are hiding the terrorists behind swarms of children, so that and then so when the kids get killed, there's collateral damage. Oh, it's the Israelites' faults? No, it's the Muzzies' faults for fucking hiding behind children like fucking cowards.
Exactly. Instead of just coming out and fighting like most people would who have a strong belief in something, no, they're going to hide behind what's considered the weakest force, and that's children, and that's pathetic. Because they're in the world, they don't know what they're doing. They're just they're brought into the world and they're just told to do what they're supposed to do according to adults, either it be their parents or somebody else. And fucking these guys who consider themselves ultra badasses are hiding behind kids now, and they still think they're badasses, but in reality, like you said, they're cowards. Thus, you know,
Yeah.
we're fighting against cowards here. We could easily just storm in there, you know, push the kids into
But
a safe.
we need someone who is anti-politically correct. And as much as I dislike a lot of things he's said and done, Trump's my fucking dude right now, because even if we have him for 4 years, I think he's going to go stick his cock right up these fuckers' asses and blow their brains out. He's going to destroy them.
Well,
we need a cowboy right now.
We do need a cowboy. But here's the thing. I have high respect for Trump because I like some of the stuff he said. But I'm going to tell you, and you probably already know this, I don't think I need to say it. If he becomes president, we're going to have some pretty badass wars.
No, it's inevitable either way, I think, right now. With the instability and the EU and everything else going on, there's some shit coming down the pike right now.
Yeah, I mean,
shit's fucked.
Shit is fucked. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I still believe in World War III, and I still believe in. I don't necessarily believe in Armageddon because I just don't believe in that yet.
I tell you what, though, Scott, man, we are too fucking old. We are too fucking old to be drafted. We are old men now.
Yeah.
In our fucking 30s. So, praise Jesus. You know?
Yeah. If you're going to give me a rifle and go to war, I'll just blow my brains out right there in front of your ass so I don't fight for this shitty country. I wouldn't do it anyway.
I love the country. I hate the federal government.
Well, okay, yeah, the country, the land, it's just the
not
land
only
itself.
The land, but I am a strong constitutionalist. I love the Constitution. I think there's so much fucking red tape bullshit, right?
But DP, not to cut you off, but let's be realistic here. They are trying to make that document obsolete, and they're doing everything they can to do that.
Oh yeah.
It's
been shit on for so many fucking years.
You don't have freedom of speech anymore. If you go anywhere and speak your fucking mouth, guess what happens? Fucking the popos, the piggies come and go, and they tase your ass, or they put cuffs on you, or worse yet, they shoot you. They do that with, like, we have mental problems. If we go out to a cop and try to explain ourselves in a mentally
state, if we're having a fucking breakdown, you know. And, you know, I mean, shit, there's been so many cases of people with mental issues that, you know, just because the guy have a knife, they would fucking kill him dead. It's like, you guys have shotguns and AR-15s, and you're afraid of a knife? What kind of pussy faggots are you?
All I have is these swords, nunchucks, and one little fucking knife. I don't have a fucking 22. I don't have a pump-action 22. I don't have a 12-gauge. I don't have a fucking Tech 9. I don't have a 9mm. AK-47, a sniper, for fuck's sake. I don't have any of that shit. I'm not any kind of threat to you whatsoever. All you have to do is tase my ass and put cuffs on me if I'm being a disturbance. But no, you want to take the easy route. Okay, well, this guy's mentally fucked. There's nothing going on for him. Mercy kill. Or that's what they fucking probably see it as anyway.
Yeah, and then fucking, you know, the way they write shit down in the goddamn reports, then the fucking family can't even sue the cops for a wrongful death most of the time.
And most of the time, when you take the law to court, you lose anyways because they suck on that fucking bacon dick. Fucking piggies.
I tell you what, there's only like a couple of cops I've ever met that I have respect for, and one of them is the fucking chief around here in this little podunk town. He's the only guy I like.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
He's the only fucking one. He's the only one who ever gets anything done. The rest of them are either lazy or they purposefully will just be, racist or prejudicial towards people. We got a lot of bullshit in the fucking force here in this little shitty town.
Yeah, I'm glad that you have someone in the law enforcement that you can that you respect.
One out of the whole bloody thing.
Well, I can't say I have one because everyone in the police force I don't trust. I don't like their power tripping. I don't like their wrongful accusations towards innocent civilians who are doing nothing wrong to go against the Constitution of the United States of America or go against the laws.
I don't like the militarization of the police, But a lot of that comes down to assholes chimping out and being retards and causing problems, throwing rocks at the cops and being idiots.
and
So
those,
then the police think they need fucking tanks and shit.
You don't need tanks and shit. Just get some beanbag shotguns and neutralize the situation. You don't have to resort to killing people. You can neutralize them. There's plenty of ways to do it. Tear gas, those riot control balls that they get. That you see it on Jackass. I forgot what they're called. The riot controls. It's where they launch these pellets at you, and the explosion, and it hits a ton of people at once. And it causes them so much pain that it neutralizes the situation without killing anybody. I mean, they think the best way to neutralize anything that's out of source is killing people. And
I watched a video where there was a homeless man. He happened to have a knife. He was 20 feet away from these cops. They sicked the dogs on him to maul him, and then they shot him with a fucking rifle, like an assault rifle type weapon.
And what's the justification in that?
It's like, dude, he was scared, okay? He's homeless, he's crazy, okay, whatever. Fucking, if he's really being a problem, take him in peacefully. Fucking zap his ass and fucking cuff him and fucking take him in, interrogate him, or better yet, here's the big problem that leads to a lot of the fucking issues. Even I think it leads to a lot of the Islamic terrorists. A lot of this has to go to mental health. And a bunch of people, both on the right and the left, are like, oh, you're fucking stupid. It's not a mental health thing. Yes, 90% of the problems are fucking mental health problems because people cannot get mental health. I mean, we both have terrible experiences with the system in this country. It's so fucking inept.
It's very much inept, and it's very broken, and it's at the very source. I mean, it's so bad now that not a lot of people are in need of mental help, as you explained, and now fucking people like myself get thrown in jail now because there's no room in the mental health system to house these people who need the help. Instead, they're thrown like they're animals to jail when they've done nothing wrong. They're suffering just like anyone that has a physical illness. You go to the hospital, right? Sometimes the hospital can't hold you if you have a mental health problem, so they throw you in jail. What kind of demeaning, dehumanizing is that shit?
Yeah, and they do that over stupid shit like threats, or even in my case, like I said, accusations of threatening people. It's like if someone has that, have them go to a mental health center for a little bit for an evaluation. Do not just send them straight to fucking prison with these psychos, these rapists, these murderers, these cannibals, these whatever the fucks.
Right, the real monsters of society, they're in jail for a reason. They've done things that are just unspeakable acts of terror and murder and other things, of molestation of innocent children that have, that just try to live day to day. And you're put in there just because you're depressed and you need help and you want help. That's the wrong way to go about it. You don't throw a human in prison just because they're going through some problems in their head and they're going through a lot of trials and tribulation in their mind. That is no justification for that whatsoever.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's a clusterfuck. It really is.
So fucked up.
And if anyone has gone through that, I just want to say on behalf of myself, I am sorry. I mean, I've been through the crisis center here in Oklahoma, and it's a shithole. They don't help you. All they do is they put you on fucking Thorazine and knock your ass out for about 24 hours, and then they basically make you into a science experiment for the next 2 days, where they put you on different antidepressants, and the one that you can handle the most, then they send you packing. I mean, 3 days is not long enough, and just using you as a science experiment on top of that, it's demeaning. It degrades you as a person. It's like, okay, here I am, I'm depressed, my life's a mess, I'm going to go ahead and be a science experiment and put me on a shitload of pills that has stupid mind-bending side effects.
And a lot of those fucking antidepressants can actually cause men to grow fucking breasts because they up the estrogen levels.
They can cause you to gain weight, which is one of the things that happened. If you see my past videos on how I was just ginormous, I was taking Remron. Remron makes you hungry all the fucking time. You could eat the biggest meal known to man, and you'll still be hungry right afterwards. That's how bad that shit was. And it was, I just couldn't get satisfied. And it took a lot of willpower to say, you know what, I don't need this shit. I don't need this
Hey,
shit. Yes.
dude, I just got a text from our guest. He just woke up. He said, "You all start," and I'm like, "Yeah, we started," and I'm gonna send him. You want to join? Is it okay if he joins us? What are we, a half hour in?
We're a half hour, 35 minutes in, and we can go for another hour because hour and a half is our max time limit that we said. So if you
Okay.
want to go.
Actually, I'm probably gonna have to, go to the toilet here in a sec. But you think I should send him the link so he can join us?
You can do that.
I'm gonna do that in a second. Can you hold it, carry things on for a minute? Because I know you were on a bit of a
Yeah.
spree there. All right,
Yeah.
give me a second.
Sure. Okay. Well, as most of you may know, or have known in the past video that I made when I was having an insomnia moment, I'm still on that insomnia kick a little bit. Not as bad as I was, but I had a colonoscopy yesterday, and they put me on propofol, something like that. I can't remember the name. That's some scary shit. First you're awake and you get shot up with that stuff, and then you're out like a light. It's scary. It's almost like you die and then you come back. And it went well though. Everything's good. I'm in perfectly good health for what it is. I mean, I'm still obese, obviously, so I'm not exactly 100%, but my heartbeat's good, my blood pressure's good, everything checks out. So the walking and running is doing great. We're having a heat wave in Oklahoma right now, so that's kind of stopping me from my walking and running, which is unfortunate. But I'm gonna still do the best I can at night because it's nighttime, and that's when I usually go for my walks, because that's when no one. There's less traffic, and I can go in the street and just run down the street and not have to deal with shit, which is nice. But like I was saying, with the mental health system here in the United States, they treat us like a bunch of dogs, a bunch of pieces of shit, like prisoners, and it's not fair for us, and it's not fair for people that just want help. I mean, that's why people don't trust the mental health system, and they either do one or two things. They drink themselves to sleep, or they drink and take some Xanax, which is a very bad combination, or the worst of the worst, they just go ahead and blow their brains out, because no one has faith or trust in the mental health system in the United States. They don't have sympathy for you. They don't have any empathy for you. They just basically say, okay, here's some pills, go home. And that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah.
And then they want you to...
There.
Yeah, and then they sometimes send you to a place to get counseling. Now, I've mentioned plenty of times before, and I will mention it to the day I no longer breathe one more breath on this earth, is that counseling as a whole is a waste of time for everybody, because for a multitude of reasons. Okay, first of all and foremost, you talk to some schmuck that sits there to hear your problems and gets paid for it. They barely give you advice, and when they do, it's non-applicable to your recovery. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, secondly, they sometimes put you on different kind of pills. The ones you are on does nothing to better your mood. So basically, you're once again a science experiment. And then the one I bitch about the most, number 3, and it's high on my shit list that I want to see barred from any counseling session from this point on, is goddamn CBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy is the biggest fucking fakery and farce I've ever seen in the entire existence of mankind.
Our guest is on, dude. Sup, Asa?
What up?
All right, well, we got our guest here, and basically,
Yeah.
to put you up to speed, currently we're just talking about how the mental health system here in the United States is a clusterfuck, and they treat us like prisoners, and they have little empathy or sympathy for those of us who are seeking help. And I was just closing my argument saying that it's the whole thing's a mess and needs to be totally rethought and put into better practices.
Asalieri.
Yeah, they're not going to see it. We do this audio only.
Oh, you do it audio only?
Correct. For now.
I don't have to worry about my shirt then.
Yeah, well, trust me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy with man tits too, and my shirt.
Hooray for us man tit guys.
Except for me, because I'm Mr. Scrawny. I'm all thick.
stuff.
Yeah, might as well get necky too. But yeah, one of the first things we covered on this was the whole clusterfuck over in Orlando with that gay bar shooting.
Oh shit, dude, that was a big mess, wasn't it?
Sure
Yeah.
was in every way, shape of the word. Yeah, it was awful. And
Yeah, I'd like Islam to really defend that they're a religion of peace.
bullshit, which is a complete bullshit mockery.
When their fucking leaders are going on one day before the shooting, mind you, this one Islamic priest in Orlando who says that homosexuality needs to be punished. The next day, this guy goes and kills
that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, one of their little Allahu Akbar little toy soldiers comes out and carries out the word, I guess.
Yeah.
No,
religion of peace, guys. Religion of peace.
Religion of peace. Yeah, piece of shit.
And that's the thing, Demonius, he's not the biggest fan of gays, that's his own fucking opinion. And
but
even
then, at the very least, even if you're into homosexuality, I'm sure you understand that they have a right to live.
That's what I was getting at. That's all I was getting at. He's not the biggest fan of the whole thing. I'm bi, and I personally don't like the LGBT community as it currently is because of their politics.
I don't think they need to be freaking called like that.
No, but what I'm getting at, dude, is I don't like the LGBT community's politics. He's not a big fan of homosexuality, but we both think this is fucking bullshit, just a fucking travesty. And it should have never goddamn happened, but it's our government that is being pussies about it. Obama won't even say Islamic terrorist. He won't put the words together. It's like, that's what it is. We just got fucking the worst mass murder since goddamn 9/11, and he don't give a fuck.
I don't know, Virginia Tech was pretty bad too, but that's...
Yeah, but it wasn't 49 people.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's also true. It's
okay. So I found the article. So Sheikh Farrokh Sekalafizar on homosexuals says that what punishment must be under Sharia law, and he was invited to speak at the Husseini Center in Sanford, Florida, just moments before this recent slaughter in Orlando. The Sheikh is completely unambiguous here. Death is the sentence. We know there's nothing to be embarrassed about this. Death is the sentence. We have to have that compassion for people. With homosexuals, it's the same. Out of compassion, we must get rid of them now. Guys, Islam is a violent supremacist ideology. This is not going to end until Islam, as an ideology, has been wholly rejected by the and just gotten rid of.
You know what? Most of the Middle Eastern business owners over here, guess what? They're not Islam. They converted to fucking Christianity. I know several of them personally.
And
Islam is a cult of death.
Yeah,
there's your religion of peace, guys.
Oh, you mean Buddhism?
Buddhism.
Right?
Buddhism.
Yeah, you don't see Buddhists going up and going into a freaking bar and shooting up, 50 of its patrons because they disagree with their way of life.
Exactly.
I saw a lefty a few days ago. Actually, I said that much. And this lefty asshole, this freaking dumbass SJW was like, oh, here's one case of where a Buddhist killed all these people. And I'm like, that's one fucking incident. That's not like
one incident as opposed to how many incidents of Muslim terrorist extremist attacks?
Oh yeah,
in just the last year.
Oh yeah.
If a Buddhist does it, it's like one crazy nut every 100 years maybe commits a foul act.
Oh yeah, really.
Maybe.
These guys every other week you're hearing him on the fucking news. What the fuck?
And nothing's being done about it. So everyone seems cool with it.
Fucking bombings in France, fucking raping in Belgium.
Oh yeah, they just swept that under the rug. They don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, yeah,
fucking Angela.
Let's just let them rape us and kill us.
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful.
Because to confront it would be just so bad for our religion, you know?
You know, Angela Merkel doesn't even like the fucking German flag. She's ashamed of it. Like some sort of twisted white guilt.
Half of Germany is starting to hate Angela Merkel.
They're actually having like white supremacist style gangs come around because the government won't do anything about these Muslim terrorists flowing into their borders and fucking raping their women and shit, and people have had enough. So vigilante justice is arising there.
What you drinking there? What is it?
This is Burger Classic Beer.
Burger.
It was $6 for a 12-pack, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'd buy that for $1."
For half a dollar, as it were.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
You can tell that I'm waiting for my paycheck because I'm drinking store brand soda instead of
Dr. Thunder.
instead of like the brand shit. I have to drink the store brand stuff until I get paid.
I only drink the store-bought shit, the generics anymore. I can't afford the real deal. If it was up to me, I would drink Guinness every day.
But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. This religion of peace. Like they can go up and shove that religion of peace shit right up their asses. Cause
we said just as much before you came on, dude.
I mean, it's not like I hate Muslims or anything, but I'm just sick of this shit, dude. I'm sick of you know. It's like, yeah, we don't want to jump to conclusions. Bad, it was Muslims again. Like, really.
It's like they continue to do shit like this, and they go unpunished. It's like, okay, so where's the?
So that's the hard part, that they go unpunished.
There was a Muslim man in Europe somewhere, and he raped, I think it was like a little boy or something, but he said it was a sexual emergency, and they didn't know that it was wrong under the law, so they let him fucking go.
It was a sexual emergency.
What the fuck is a
really needed that boy ass? It was an emergency. I just shoved him down there, put my willy in there because it was an emergency.
He needed school glue for his science project.
Wow, it was an emergency.
Oh man, you mean like this?
Oh Jesus, yes.
The glue wasn't in the shot.
Well, it was. I saw that.
He had it off to the side there.
Sorry, I'm not in front of my camera. I'm fucking grabbing me
I can tell that. Unless you lost so much weight that you're invisible now.
I'm invisible now. Actually, I gained a couple of pounds. I need to gain about 17 more, but that's a story for another day.
You can have about 200 of mine.
Yes, and you can have
dude,
200
he
of mine
fucking.
too.
Yeah, man. Demonius tells me that shit all the time. He's like, man, you can have some of my weight, man. I'll give it to you. I'll send that shit in the mail, FedEx.
Yeah.
I will give you a good 100 of my pounds if you want.
Dude, if I got 100 from you and 100 from him, I'd be like Emmer's weight. Fuck that shit.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be half of Emmer's weight.
What? So he fucking weighs, 600 something pounds?
No, he weighs like 450 or some shit like that.
Well, let's see. 100 from you, 100 from him. I weigh like 123 right now.
Yeah. So see, you'd be
323. That would still be. I'd be anorexic, Emmer.
Anorexemer.
That's great.
I love how Emmer comes back into the conversation.
Always.
Oh, fuck him, man. I'm sorry. I only brought it up because I thought it was funny.
I keep getting out, but they keep dragging me back in.
God, you don't want to be dragged into that, man. You'll drown under the fat rolls. Fucking backstabbing piece of shit.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, and I think all of us can agree with that.
Well, dude, he's an asshole.
Well, we haven't strayed to the other topics that we were going to talk about.
Was Emmer going to be one of the other topics?
Yeah, well...
No. Actually, dude, I actually made it, that was one of my first thoughts, is to not have that be a thing unless
Yeah,
you wanted it to be. I'm not even.
You didn't want it to be a thing, but you brought him up.
No, I was just busting balls. I was cracking a joke. We don't have to fucking talk about him. Fuck him. He can go do whatever the hell he wants.
Which is eat more meat.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck all David. Fuck all of them. I don't care. I'm gonna do my own thing. All I gotta say about any of those motherfuckers is thanks for the views, because my channel has been doing way better the last couple of days because of this nonsense.
Eat mountains. I need to do something.
To meat mountains and bad hygiene.
He should find Fat Man and they should do a video together.
Oh god.
Oh,
But
guys.
anyway, God, as far as other fucking topics,
Well,
so
you mentioned a singer in Orlando, Florida that got killed by a crazed fanatic.
yeah, man.
That happened like literally 2 or 3 days.
That happened the day before the mass shooting over in
Orlando was just like, don't go to Orlando.
yeah, and then like a few days after the shooting at the Pulse nightclub, they ended up having we mentioned this already too, but there was a kid that was dragged off, like a 2-year-old kid got dragged off by a gator.
Yeah, Jesus, Orlando. You want to go to
Fuck that.
Disneyland? Suddenly Disneyland doesn't seem so appealing.
The shittiest place on earth.
Instead of the happiest place, it's the
Yeah.
shittiest place.
Totally.
I mean, Disneyland is still cool, but I wouldn't go
I'm
there.
saying lately, like for the next few months, I ain't going there fucking probably ever, but I mean, people should not go there for fucking a while, man. It's just shit is brewing there.
But see,
I don't trust it.
That whole story about the gator, though, was it because the parents weren't watching the child, or did it just happen?
As far as I know, from what I've read, it was because there was signs up for no swimming, and
the Muslim terrorists sent the crocodiles after the kids.
Someone said some shit like that in a comment online. I bust out laughing. I mean, it's fucking horrible, all three of these situations, but it's just motherfucker, man. Like that many tragedies in a week, like national fucking news things. This is Jesus shit.
As one of them would probably say, if they had the opportunity, they could sum it up in one simple speech: Allah Akbar.
Real quick, gotta change my baby.
All they gotta say
I'll see you in a minute.
Allah Akbar, and that's all they would say about this.
Aloha snack bar.
Yep. And that's what I like to do to a lot of hotties cunts. But anyways, that's a story for another time. But but the whole thing, it's like, okay, there was a no swimming sign, yet the little child goes swimming and they're like cool with it. Aren't they dumb? Are they dumb or something?
Like I said, they're dumbasses from fucking Nebraska.
Like I said, and like I said, if you don't want to take the responsibility of watching your child, then you shouldn't be having children.
Well, dude, that's why we have the Second Amendment, too. It's because of, wild animal attacks. That's one of the things. The other thing is, government becoming treasonous and fucking harming the people. Those are a lot of the reasons. I mean, shit, man. We had a fucking baby bear walking around town a few years ago, and the cats were freaking out. Morris was in the window, all freaking out. They're running. The cats were running window to window, him and Boo Boo.
Uh-huh. We had a coyote in Detroit the last year before I moved down here to Oklahoma, and they wanted to euthanize the coyote, but a lot of people were writing the police and shit saying
send it to a sanctuary,
and that's exactly what they did. They put it out in the wild or something like that. They didn't put it down because a lot of people were saying, why? It wasn't hurting anybody. It didn't hurt anything. It was just roaming the streets of Detroit. Capture it, take it to where it needs to go, and set it free.
The thing is, we are in their territory.
Yeah.
We are in their natural habitat. We are in the fucking way. We should be, transplanting them to somewhere different. That would be like if we went around killing all the Indians because, we took over the land. I mean, it would be the same fucked up thing. We give them their reservations. We should do the same for the goddamn animals.
Exactly. They deserve a chance to live and and flourish and prosper. I totally agree with that. And I'm sick of these people. You know what I really hate, and I've mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again, is when people say, it's just a dog, it's just a cat, it's just a rabbit. That is the one thing you do not want to say to me to my face.
Bill fucking did that when Morris died, and I'm like, motherfucker, you're gonna have to leave the goddamn house right now. Yeah, it was just a goddamn animal. Well, you know what? I had more of a fucking kinship with that goddamn cat than I have with most of my fucking family, you piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I have more kinship with my animals too, more so than people. And I have nothing against that whatsoever, because not everyone can be trusted. Not everyone can be loved, because it's just the human nature of the beast. You know?
Today on Three Naked Guys on a Podcast.
Yep, we're all shirtless.
Why?
Yeah, we're all shirtless right now, but
Sexy man.
Why?
I don't know. We're all shirtless. That's what bros doing.
Two fat fucks and a twink.
All my girls
we can make our own business.
we're all shirtless.
But why?
Not me.
Because we're shirtless. It doesn't matter.
The girls.
Dudes have to be a reason to be shirtless.
I guess not, but it's unfair because we women can't go around shirtless.
You can go shirtless all you want in here, Sadie. I don't care. Don't walk in front of my camera here.
I wouldn't do that. It embarrassed me.
See?
Yeah.
Anna has a sense of shame.
Yeah, because she's a female and she has female parts.
Well then.
In front of your own daughter like that.
I didn't even make fun of you, baby.
Have some daughter.
Today on Problematicast.
You need
The daughter schools the father. Here on Problematicast, we have daughters that school the father.
Toasty.
Can I have some Gatorade?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Go grab
I
Never
mean,
grab the rest of that green one that she didn't finish the other day.
but the whole Islamic,
The one that you didn't finish the other day, Anna. Finish it.
like I said, the whole Islamic thing, it's, they claim they're a religion of peace, but us who have a working brain in our heads, we know their true purpose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd think we would learn, but we don't.
No, we don't. And
No. And even the ones of us who know this, a lot of people are fucking scared to death and they don't want to say anything. They don't want to be called racist and they don't want to get murdered. They don't want to get chopped up by machetes. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it continually going on. You know what? This was testing the waters. They're going to fucking attack us before Christmas. I damn near guarantee it.
I agree with you 100%. They're going to do something, and who knows what. And
At least try.
yeah. I mean, you would think where I live in Oklahoma, this would be the last place something like that would happen, other than, Timothy McVeigh, but that was back in 1995, which was horrible. But, that woman getting her head sawed off at that warehouse a place of work, that happened here in Oklahoma, so, you're not safe from it anywhere.
At least it wasn't Muslim terrorists, right?
Well, the guy was Islamic. That's just it. And he saw He sawed the woman's head off because he wanted her to renounce her Christian faith, and she refused.
Yeah.
So he killed her in the name of Allah. Well, Allah can get this dick.
It's ridiculous. Like I said, we need to repudiate this religion worldwide. We need to realize that it's incompatible with everybody else's beliefs. So,
See, that's a fucking thing. There's us and there's a few other people online that say this shit, that it's incompatible with Western values. But then we just get thrown away, cast away by the mainstream dinosaur media, saying that we're just racist, homophobic, bigots, xenophobic.
I'm just a guy who wants to live.
Yeah.
Live and enjoy what life has to offer. What's so hard about that?
Liberty, pursuit of happiness. Where the fuck is my life? It's going away.
If I was homophobic, I wouldn't weep for those 49 gay guys who got shot up.
Yeah, I felt totally bad for them, and
I felt extremely bad for them. I mean,
and their families too.
Yeah, they
Because-
never get to see their children again. I mean,
See, and that's the thing.
I don't care what your sexual orientation is. You know, if it's not my asshole, who cares? You know, it's
That
not
was what my fucking father always said. My father said the
gay
same
guy's
as
dick,
much.
isn't it? If it's in my butt and I don't want it there, then there's a problem. But it's not in my butt,
so you're
you
fine.
know, so I'm okay. So I certainly don't feel the inclination to go into a goddamn bar and shoot up a whole shitload of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know what the thing is? They will always they've been saying lately, you know, they've been blaming Christians for this and that shit from like fucking like hundreds or thousands of years ago, like crusades and all that shit. And you know, it's like, you know, okay, today we have the Westboro Baptist Church, but guess how many motherfuckers were murdered by the Westboro Baptist Church?
Yeah,
As much of scumbags as
Westboro
they are?
Baptists are
Zero.
the Westboro Baptists are just a nuisance. That's all they are, a public nuisance. Whereas, you know, all these radical Muslim extremists, that's not a nuisance. That's like a problem. Like a, you know, you can fucking turn off the guys saying, you know, God hates fags. You can completely ignore them. You cannot ignore, you know, when a guy can freely shoot up 49 people in a bar. And mind you, shot up 49 and wounded 53 others. This guy's entire toll of hurting people was over 100 people.
I was getting flashbacks of that psychopath that killed Dimebag when this happened. Or what about that thing that happened like not too long ago? What was it, 6-8 months ago? I think it was in Paris where that band was playing, and fucking like these radical Islamic assholes went in there and just started shooting up motherfuckers.
And like I said,
Reprehensible.
exactly. And everyone claims that, oh, it's not a problem. It's like they just sweep it under the rug and ignore it. Like it didn't happen. They get a little bit of media coverage on it, and then they forget about it. Like it's no big deal. It is a big deal, and it needs to be monitored, and something needs to be done about it.
Yes, exactly. We can't just let this keep happening. I mean, what the hell?
Because innocent people's lives are at stake.
Yeah.
They're not.
How many more lives are we willing to give up in the name of not being racist?
Right.
I would rather be a racist asshole but still be alive.
Right.
That's what I said.
Absolutely.
Not too long before you got on here, I was like, you know, I'd rather be called a racist. I've been called a racist about a lot of my views.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I want a strong border with Mexico because I see all the shit from the cartel trafficking in people and guns and drugs and everything else and just fucking ruining people's lives. And I think it's bullshit. Now, personally, I'm strongly for the Second Amendment. I'm strongly for the legalization of drugs, but the cartel are the last people you want to be doing that shit. Those people are heartless, evil fucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a wall isn't going to do shit to stop them, though.
They're going to find another way around. They always
a wall is literally not going to do shit to stop them. They'll get in one way or another, man.
Exactly.
Whether you build a 2-mile wall or not, you know.
And we all remember the Berlin Wall. Look what happened there.
Yeah. Walls
guys have points.
Walls used to keep people out in the times of Genghis Khan and fucking the Great Wall of.
I guess you do have some points. Now, personally, I've always said that we need a 50-foot high wall that's made out of fucking concrete or some shit. But you know, you're right. If they were to even to do that shit, these fucking bastards they'd either smuggle themselves in cargo containers or they'd fucking take the boats around the perimeter of the wall on the coast. They'd find some way. But something needs to be done. We need to do fucking something instead. And I view this open border shit is the new slavery because instead of having Americans do American jobs or people be naturalized and become Americans and get these jobs at fair wages, at minimum wage, instead we got these people working under the books at like fucking, you know, a bowl of rice a day. And I think that's bullshit. That's a new slavery. I hate that.
No,
they should make proper wages.
I'm naturalized, so, you know, whatever.
I mean, they have old sweatshops in China where people work and
No, and I ain't trying to diss on you. Where are you from, man?
Argentina.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. I can't get that. You have such a natural dialect.
There's my tattoo. And there's my other racial signifiers on my wall there. That's why, I think the gross myth is that Mexicans steal people's jobs and shit, but it's really far from it. They're only taking jobs that Americans themselves do not want. Because we're lazy to pick our own fucking strawberries and our own beans and all that shit.
Oh, I'd do that in a fucking heartbeat. But then again, maybe I'm in the minority.
Well, you are in the minority. And you certainly aren't willing to take the kind of wages that some of these people are willing to take.
But that's my main gripe is that they aren't given, a lot of these people aren't given proper wages.
Yeah.
And-
Well, that you can blame
even
the
then-
companies for, not the Mexicans themselves.
Yeah, that's
People
true.
are willing to give them such a low wage for their work. I mean,
And
those
But
are,
honestly, do you see where I'm trying to come from? Even though sometimes my words fucking.
if you want to stem the border, you need to start with raising wages and making it impossible for them to be able to undercut labor like that.
Yeah,
you have to punish the companies ultimately, not the people.
Honestly, yeah, that's true.
yeah,
That's how you curtail all that fucking border travel.
Yeah, we should rename this one "Skinny Asshole Gets Owned."
I'm just saying that I wouldn't blame the
But
Mexicans
yeah, you're making good points.
so much as I blame what makes them come over. What makes them come over? Money.
money and jobs.
Yeah, you stop that flow of money and jobs, and you'll effectively stop it.
Not to mention the welfare state.
Oh, yeah.
That's a problem. That needs to be reformed too.
I
Know what I
totally
mean?
agree. Yep.
You know, my mother was unemployed for 2 years, and because of the shitty economy up in here, we ended up, we're using fucking food stamps. We're going to the food bank and everything else, but we don't want to be. We want to get things back steady again so we can, thrive and do shit our own way.
That's another one, man. I mean, you have to make it so that Mexicans can't easily just get food stamps and shit. We need to fucking
They need to put something
so
into.
that something into law that you actually have to be a goddamn American citizen if you want the benefits of the state.
And they should put something into the system, like money or work or any kind of labor that's within the system.
Make it labor provisional.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you want to feed your family, then you also got to be willing to put in your own work.
Yeah. You got to put money into the system so that way you're basically earning.
They're earning exactly the benefits that they're putting in for it. I mean, it should be a give and take.
Right.
And a lot of them find it so easy to get fake IDs and shit like that, and then they get fed by the system, and that's literally us enabling them, dude. We have to stop being enablers, is what it is.
Amen to that. Or I agree to that. It definitely. That's the problem with this country is there's just too much people being enabled to do whatever it is what they want, and
it doesn't help when SJWs talk about minorities and racism and everything. So when they cry bloody murder, these people find it a lot easier to get all the benefits that they want.
And I'm just sitting there beating off in the corner, not giving a damn, because SJWs don't matter to me at all. Their opinion doesn't matter to me at all because they still have to make a justification for how they're perceiving the world, because all of it's just a clusterfuck.
Oh yeah.
We don't, and that's it.
We don't live in a sane world.
Yeah,
that's all. That's what it is. That's all that comes down.
Oh yeah.
Don't live in a sane world.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty much not, man. I mean, hell, man. But fuck, I forget what I was gonna say. You guys are too fucking funny. My brain exploded.
But that happens to me from time to time. It's not fun. Especially when you're getting to a point and then all of a sudden your brain's just like, nope, you're not going to finish that point. I'm just going to make it sound all stupid. Happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
What's up?
personal fucking liberties and personal responsibilities. That is like the no-no today. All these fucking SJWs just want goddamn
It's all about
communism.
enabling. Yeah, it's all about enabling and no reparations and shit.
You know what?
Fuck.
My family fought for the North. They helped with the Underground Railroad. Even if it's like the whole fucking thing is my fucking family didn't do shit to the blacks in this country. I don't owe you motherfuckers shit, and even if they did, it's not anything I did personally. So fuck you.
Well, I'm descended from Argentines. I mean, I'm literally the first generation American here. You know what I mean? So I certainly can't be blamed for all the slavery from 200 years ago. Fuck that.
None of us
The
are.
other thing,
I ain't gonna pay for somebody else's bill.
Right. We didn't do the shit, so why are we getting accused of what our ancestors did? We didn't do jack shit here. So why?
That's just the thing is, even my ancestors didn't. My ancestors weren't even here, so
Right. So
I certainly did. I'm certainly not up for paying reparations.
You're right.
Nah.
And what the fuck do they want reparations for? A lot of black people live a lot better than I do. So
Oh yeah,
I can drink to that.
they got fucking quotas, affirmative action. They're usually the first ones to get fucking welfare. What the fuck they gotta worry about? It's white assholes like me that got all the goddamn problems.
No shit. No shit. It's like they fucking drive around on the Benz and shit, and they're pulling out all
And
this
their
paper.
kids run around in rags.
get ready to be accused of racism, yeah.
Hey, dude, you must not listen to the fucking show, man, because we probably already have been accused of that. Fucking, we don't give a fuck up in here.
No, we don't give a
That's
shit.
racist. That's racist.
That's racist. That's sexist. That's homophobic and transphobic and Islamophobic. Yeah, goddamn right, I'm Islamophobic. They're blowing up our fucking goddamn buildings. They're fucking killing all the gays. Fuck them.
They're killing
Not
innocent.
only the gays. I mean, there's still a lot more killing to go if we let them.
And
If we let them.
And knowing Barack Obama and his love for the Islamic nation, yeah, there's going to be a lot of that shit that's going to happen between now and the next election.
Yeah.
I guarantee
Like I
it.
said, before Christmas, we're gonna have another big fucking tragedy.
Almost makes you hope Trump gets elected, huh?
Yeah. Well, I know this may sound kind of ridiculous, but I kind of rather have him in office than Hillary, because Hillary is a
Same
feminist
here.
cunt.
Oh God, I hate fucking Hillary.
Thank you.
I don't like her at all.
Okay, my
Let's not mince words. I hate them both. I think we have the
I agree.
absolute
That's fine.
worst. fucking
I don't
choice.
agree with a lot of shit Trump said, but even my freaking, on again, off again fucking boyfriend Benny, he's even like, you know what? I wanted Bernie Sanders in there. He has no chance in hell now. But, I fucking hate Hillary. I don't want her in there. He's probably going to end up voting for Trump just because, to spite that bitch.
There's going to be
Hillary?
a lot.
We're going to be fucked either way, guys. I mean, it
Probably.
makes no difference. It makes no
I
difference.
only care which one fucks us less.
Yeah, but Trump is going to incite a war with his whole walls on nations. And
We're
shit.
going to have a war either way. Look at what these fucking ragheads are doing, okay?
I know. Well, I knew, dude. That war's been transpiring for years, and it's about to blow to a top. It's getting worse.
30-something years, if not more, man. I mean, shit, man.
And don't get me wrong. There are some, people of Islamic.
No, we've already covered that pretty good. Not all of them are fucking scumbags.
Because if they were, I'd say nuke the fucking Islamic nation and be done with it. But no, there's some good, innocent, and nice people in the Islamic world. But there's very minuscule.
All the people.
There's no nice detector, so
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You can't easily separate the ones who aren't militant from the ones who are. So sorry,
yeah.
You all gotta go as far as I'm concerned. Fuck you all.
Kind of like what we did to the Japanese in World War II.
No, that's really what I was thinking. It's maybe
It's wartime. Sorry, man. War is a
honestly.
Casual-
I said it. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm stepping all over you guys' dick. But what I was getting at is a few days ago, I mentioned, maybe it wasn't the best thing to do, but maybe it's time to bring back fucking the internment camps just so we can weed out who's the good people and who's the fucking sickos.
Yeah,
I just don't know what to say anymore. I mean, shit's getting
We've-
fucked. If we don't do something about it now, we are fucking doomed.
we've tried everything that was in terms of civil. We've tried it. We can't do it anymore. We have to do something a little bit more drastic to get a handle on this shit before more innocent people get their lives fucked or ended.
Yeah, it's just gotten to a breaking point now. How much more can we allow? And
Exactly.
mind you, Hillary's already about giving them concessions and shit. I'm like, no.
No.
Nope.
That's not going to go over well at all for anybody.
No, I don't think she has.
The thing that pisses me off is, it's a lot of these super SJWs who are all for the LGBT LMNOP rights, but they're the same fucking people who are standing up for the Islamic terrorists saying, oh, it's a different culture, It's like, they will fucking murder you.
The different culture that just shot up 49 of you and left 53 of you in wheelchairs.
They're just giving them excuses to do this shit, and it's not in any way.
No, and the worst part is if you don't do anything about it, they're like, well, I guess we got away with that. We can do it again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
That is the only reason I am supporting Trump. I didn't like a lot of things he said. I thought he acted like a child the whole pre-election season. But you know what? He's a fucking asshole cowboy motherfucker, and we need that right now. At least for 4 years. After 4 years, we can dump his ass to the curb and get someone better in, for all I care. If he doesn't prove himself. But we need a fucking cowboy, and he's the biggest cowboy out of the whole lot of them. Out of the 19 fucking Republicans they had in the pre-election.
All these candidates are bought and paid for by someone. There's nobody that's going to represent the actual people. It's unfortunate.
The only way we'll have anyone that's representative of the American public is if we find a fucking way, which will never ever happen now at this point, is to get the fucking money out of the whole election system. That is the only way it'll happen. Get the money out. It shouldn't be about money. It should be about qualifications, man.
I mean, the last couple of presidents have all come from money in one way or form. There's no helping it. Money, buys our candidates. That's why we never have good candidates. And this year we literally have a choice between a lesser of two evils. I hate that my choices are only of two evils. That doesn't make me thrilled to go to the voting booth.
It makes me not want to go to the voting booth.
Exactly.
And I probably won't.
And I probably will, because I know that Arizona is going to go Trump anyway. This state is always Republican. It's going to go to Trump whether I like it or not. So,
well, if it's a thing of political conscience, then don't. I would rather you not vote than to vote for fucking Hillary. I fucking hate that woman. I hate that entire family.
There's no way in hell I would ever vote for Hillary. But at this point, I already know how my state's going to vote.
Either fucking don't vote or just go in, vote for the issues, and vote for a third party.
That's the other thing. I'm all for taking the electoral system and flushing it down the toilet.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
the worst. It's an archaic system that worked back in the 17 and 1800s, because back then we didn't have high-speed fucking internet. We didn't have communication, so we needed representatives. We don't need that anymore. We can easily vote and represent ourselves, but
even if that would have meant that we would end up with that pile of fuck Al Gore in office, I still think that we should dump the goddamn electoral college thing. It's stupid. It should be popular vote, period.
It should be popular vote, correct. It should be popular vote, and we should have stronger
I'm not
parties.
so much of an asshole. We agree on some shit, definitely.
Of course, the whole.
I think this two-party system sucks balls too.
Oh yeah,
totally.
At this moment, I don't feel represented by either party. They feel too samey.
I'm a liber-fucking-tarian.
Yeah, you're never going to get a fucking candidate while there's a two-party system in place.
Nope.
We need we need what is called an an alternative voting. We need alternative voting where on the ballot you literally post in the order of best to worst how you want them, and that's how I would rate our voting system.
Yeah. That would be a better idea, I think.
I
Yeah,
think
But
so
you
too.
know that the whole fucking thing is, it's like I'm for freedom, period. Even if it's something I don't necessarily agree with. I think we should legalize all drugs that kill the cartels and the gangs. I think we should legalize prostitution
legalize
and gambling.
You won't see a single Zeta anymore. They
Nope.
won't have a business.
Nope.
Yeah.
When you start selling fucking weed and well, maybe not cocaine, but definitely weed in pharmacies, make cocaine a Control 2 drug, and there you go.
Well, something. I still think I think we need to have all the drugs legalized in some form, have enough of it so that the fucking prices aren't super, super high, but put out a lot of information about it will fuck you up in this way and that way and the other way. And education is the fucking key. But making it illegal, that's not going to make people not want to do it. They're going to want to do it more because it's the cool thing because it's not allowed.
Yeah, it's
That's
taboo.
why I started smoking pot when I was in fucking 11th grade.
It's that rebel
You're not allowed
mentality.
to, so you're like, I'm not allowed to, so I want to do it.
Yeah, it's a rebel mentality. Go against the grain instead of with it.
Yeah, I think whatever you do with your bodies and whatever you insert in your bodies is business, not mine. So
Exactly.
I think the government should stay out of all of that shit.
Yeah, they're trying
Government
to.
should stay out of our beds, out of our bodies, and out of everything.
Yeah, they're trying to put a cap on electronic cigarettes, and I am a vapor, and I'm a happy vapor, and I don't like the fact that they're trying to shut the shit down and put regulations on it because I just don't feel it's necessary. But of course, this is the government once again sticking their rotten feces-covered dick.
Yeah, vaping is a lot healthier than fucking cigarettes.
Absolutely, I was a smoker from ages 11 all the way until.
Look at this guy. This guy's gonna die sooner than you. Look at him. What is that? A Swisher Sweet or something? What do you?
No, dude. This is a Santa Fe menthol.
Oh,
Dude, my dad died at 48. If I live past my dad's age, that's good enough for me. Fuck it.
That's a good way to look at it, I
Fuck
guess.
it. I mean, seriously. There's fucking kids dying at like 5 years old from cancer who've never been around cigarette smoke. So we're all fucked. It could be anything.
yeah.
Nobody
I'm probably
scientifically knows.
I'm probably slowly killing myself with donuts, but
But donuts are so tasty.
At least you're not as big as Emmer.
at least I choose the way in which I die. I choose sugars.
Same here.
You choose freaking nicotine.
Cigarettes and booze.
There you
You
go.
know, my philosophy has always been, what the fuck good is life if you're not going to have fun doing it? If you only get one life, I say have the most fun. Even if it shortens your life in fucking half, have
Right.
fucking fun, man. Fuck it.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Yeah, enjoy your time here, right? That's
You
why I
know,
went-
you could be like Jim Fix, the jogging book, the jogging video, died of a heart attack when he was fucking jogging.
Yeah, I mean, they always tell you on the fucking TV, oh, walking and running is better, good for your heart, it's cardiovascular. That may be true, but it doesn't. It's not.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
It's not
It's
safe.
not gonna make you immortal. It's not gonna make you immortal. That's for sure.
Exactly. I mean, there's some people that are healthy as an ox, and they run down the street or whatever, and they have a cardiac arrest and drop dead.
My neighbor Rick, he was a fucking bodybuilding nut. We had a few arguments and disagreements, and I called him. I used to call him Marky Mark because he'd go out with the backwards cap and he was all buff and shit. And he pissed me off once in a while. I mean, we eventually got over it, but made up. But he fucking died, man. He fucking died. He mixed the wrong fucking drugs and shit together. Not like hard drugs, but like he was probably a juicer or something as far as it comes to that, because he was bulky, and
Right.
he fucking died. He was like a fucking health nut. He bench pressed every day. He jogged every day, and boom, drops dead. Now his fucking little girl over there doesn't have a father anymore.
It's awful, man.
Didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't do none of that. He was a health nut, fucking
Now
dead.
there's that synthetic shit that some bodybuilders inject into their biceps to make them look muscle. It makes their biceps look horrible, but
Oh, you're talking about the stuff that eats up their skin over time?
They
Yeah.
shoot it in there to make it big and bouncy looking.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he was definitely a fucking juice head, man.
Got it. It's funny
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
Well, it doesn't matter. You could be the healthiest person in the world and still drop dead. It doesn't matter. I mean, when it's your time, and you can't. We're all.
Benny's father smoked maybe 5 cigarettes in his entire life, and he died of fucking lung cancer.
That's insane. But then again, I'm not surprised. Like I said,
you can get lung cancer from fucking asbestos, which they use a lot in old buildings. You can get it anywhere. You can get cancer from fucking anything.
You can go outside and breathe the air long enough and you'll get cancer. I mean, there's really no safe haven in this country or anywhere in the world, for that matter. You got these paranoid motherfuckers that wear masks. You really think that those little pieces of fabric across your mouth is
it's going to go
from
right
shit?
up through that shit. That's proven.
Exactly. It's a fucking waste of time. You're just over-paranoid pieces of shit, and you're going to get sick anyways.
Yeah, if you want to keep all this toxins out, you would have to have a full fucking face respirator, man.
Exactly. You would have to have some sort of oxygen.
Paper masks don't do shit.
Nope. They do nothing.
You can get diseases and fucking everything.
I mean, when I cleaned all that fucking rat shit from my mom's house when I was up in Michigan for that little bit, I wore a mask just to try to not breathe in the fucking chemicals of the rat piss and shit. I still got sick from that. It didn't do anything.
Today on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, our guest has walked away from the table in disgust.
Well, it's just, I was just trying to help my mom out in her situation. I pulled out 3 dead fucking rats from her cupboards, and there was rat shit and piss everywhere, and I cleaned all that out for her, so when she would come home, she would have a decent house. But then, I was thinking about it, I'm like, they're going to inspect this house and they're going to condemn it. And if that happens, I ain't going to feel 1 ounce of bad. It was a waste of time, but, it was something I did to keep my mind off shit,
I gotta go to Can you guys keep it going for a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
It's not a problem at all. So, this whole shit that's going on in Orlando, it's frustrating.
Yeah, didn't need to happen.
Didn't need to happen. It was completely just out of sporadic hate for a certain group of people who have a lifestyle choice that is that of their own. I mean, why is the way they're living have to bother you so much, The guy that opened fire on everything. It's just one of those things. That should have just not happened.
It really should not have.
But it did, and unfortunately, all these people lost their lives now, and I bet you nothing's going to be done about it either in terms of justice. I mean, on the media, they're like, oh, Barack Obama shedded a couple tears. Okay, fine and dandy. But what about the actual justice for those people who've lost their lives and the families involved?
It's the problem is that's where it gets sketchy with his ideology, isn't it?
Yes, I was never a supporter of Barack Obama. I always found him to be a shady fuck. I have nothing good to say about him, and I don't think he's actually done anything in this country that's even considered in his credentials that he'll be remembered for, other than putting us in further debt. Let's go take my family over to fucking, the UK. Let's take my family to Egypt. Let's use all our taxpayers' money to go on all these vacations. What good is it doing? And you're going in the media saying, "Oh, we're doing this to discuss these new trade policies for this country and that country." No, you're not. You're taking your fucking kids on a trip somewhere in the world, and you're using the taxpayer monies to do it. That's complete and utter bullshit.
What you guys up on?
I'm up on basically how Barack Obama has used the nation's money to take his family on trips all over the world.
Oh yeah.
And he's all just playing
President
off.
lets golf every fucking day.
Right, he golfs. Not only that, he discusses, I'm in Egypt with my family to discuss trade commissions and shit like that. It's like, no, you're not. You're just taking your fucking kids out to Egypt.
It's
or
kind of
wherever.
like Adam Sandler, how he only does movies so he can go on vacation at
Right.
exotic places.
Right. I mean, that's great that you want to take your kids to certain places of the world, but don't use the taxpayers' money to do it, because that just puts us in further debt.
We're in so much debt already. If the fucking Chinese wanted to come over and take us over to Mars, they could.
Yeah, we'd be totally fucked on that. We would.
We owe so many fucking trillions to those people. It's insane.
Okay. All right, well, we are on hour and a half in. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to cut it off?
What up to you, man?
I'm still fine if everyone still wants to
You
keep
all
going.
right, Asa? I'm okay.
I'm okay, I guess. Don't know what others wanted to tackle today.
Just whatever comes to mind. I mean, we could just use this. I figure we can go for maybe one more half hour, maybe, if you guys want to, and
Yeah, whatever.
and just come. And if whatever you want to bring about that pisses you off about our country and the shit that happens and the people who run it, this is a perfect time to do it.
Yeah, we talk about everything. Last week the week before last, we ended up devolving into talking about games and this and that. Whatever, doesn't matter. This is like the place to vent shit.
Yeah.
Well, I've been back and addicted to Minecraft once again. Minecraft is like smoking. Like, I'll quit and say I'll never play it again. Then I'll play it. And then I'll quit. And then I'll play it. I just can't quit Minecraft. It's my smoking. Minecraft is my cigarette.
My wife is like that with both Skyrim and WoW. She can go away for a little while, but she always goes back.
Yeah, but Minecraft is making me extremely unproductive.
I can understand that. I mean, my addiction currently is Gmod, Gary's mod.
Yeah. Oh, people love the shit you're posting in that game.
I'm all over the place when it comes to that game, and there's a lot of maps that are cinema based where you can actually watch movies and you can troll people by throwing popcorn in their face while they're watching a movie, and then they chase you and start swearing at you in Russian, and it's absolutely hysterical. I love it. I mean, seriously, this dude was running after me for about 20 minutes because I threw popcorn in his face. And he's like, "Bata kapushka!" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I pissed him. I pissed him right the fuck off. I'm like, "God damn it!" So I got to run and.
In Soviet Russia, popcorn throw you.
In Soviet Russia, movie watch you. Oh, he was pissed. And then he eventually calmed down and played the piano, because you can play a piano in that game, a grand piano. It's kind of cool. And I grabbed popcorn and I threw it at him when he was playing. And then once again, for about 15 minutes, he started chasing me again, yelling in Russian. So it was just hysterical. I mean, I kind of feel bad. I was trolling the guy, and it was just because it's funny. He's all running towards me, going, "Babushka, don't do that." I'm just sitting here, well, thick dish, Arschloch. I want to know if he could understand my German tongue, but no, he didn't. It was funny.
It's funny.
Funny as hell.
God.
Well, that didn't work. I don't know how to share things in a Google Hangout here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Scott's, fucking noob, and he isn't like using fucking Skype, but we'll probably have to eventually move over to it because it's easier to share shit.
And Skype, you can do a lot more. Not a lot of things you can do in these Google Hangouts, unfortunately.
I mean, the thing I don't like about Skype is just it's a resource hog, and I just
Yeah, it does take up a lot of freaking resources.
like if I play GTA 5 or some online game on people's Skype, I get problems where with Hangouts it takes less resources and I don't have any problems.
Well, it's because they have to run all fucking ads and whatnot.
Right. And
You can also do TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak is fairly resource.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know how to do that. I'm a fucking noob.
I am too, but I could learn. I learn software all the time.
Well,
So
I mean, if I could teach myself how to do, audio mastering and video editing and everything else, I could figure it out.
well, they'll be mastering all right, but it's not.
another.
Go on.
Jesus Christ!
But it's not the
God.
mastering that you're thinking of, anyway. But anyways, continue.
Oh, fuck you!
Please continue.
I'll master you, bitch, Mister 3-inch cock.
What are we gonna see? And I would show you what a no-inch cock looks like, but again, I can't share.
Oh yeah,
images.
fucking you get banned. The
Amazing
ban
Atheist.
hammer.
I mean, I could. I could.
Have either of you seen Amazing Atheist pouring oil all over himself?
No,
Oh,
actually, I
God.
have not, but that doesn't surprise me, given his.
Sticking a banana up his shitter.
The banana shitter pales in comparison to.
Oh no, thank you.
Kind of reminds me of that Love Phone thing I listened to as a kid, where this guy actually admitted he'd take his excrement and shape the shape of a penis, wrap it in tinfoil, freeze it, and use it as a dildo the next day.
Oh yeah,
I'm sad.
fucking Silent Rob said something like that in one of his videos. Where it was the Alaskan pipeline where you freeze a turd and you shove it up a bitch's cooch.
It's a goddamn that the Amazing Atheist wasn't one of the 49 victims.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That man is a fucking scumbag. I get it. I get completely.
If a Muslim terrorist shot him up, I would give that fucker a medal instead.
I get fucking perplexed on the few occasions I actually agree with that pile of shit. And it's like, oh my God, I'm agreeing with you. And I post that in the comments. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, that guy is right up there. He should join the young twerps, as I call them, the young Turks, the young twerps. He's just as much of a cunt as those people.
Worthless douchebag is all he is.
Yeah.
Like, how does that guy have any views, man? It's kind of like, Mr. I'm going to talk about the fucking Philadelphia Eagles every day. Goddamn fucking archfiend. It's like, how do these fucking people have views, man?
Well,
They've been on for a while.
Archfiend doesn't get as many views today as he used to.
Thank Christ. Well, neither does Zimmer. People are assholes.
Actually, I think even Emmer might get more views than Archfiend at this point.
Hi guys, Archfiend here, and I'm going to talk about shit no one cares about. Look at my sexy biceps. I'm not gay though. I'm not gay.
He's all like, "I'm gonna talk about footy football because everyone gives a shit about fucking slapping ass and throwing pigskin across the field." Fuck off.
Skin ass.
I don't think any sport that sucks. I'm all for manly competition, and that's why there's no way.
I'm not the biggest sports fan, but
Neither am I. I like bowling.
It's like I like I like going to games, either football or baseball games, have me a few beers, have me some snacks, hanging out. I like it mostly for the social aspect. The only sport I actually will watch is I like watching hockey, I like watching boxing, and I like UFC, and I like extreme sports. But man, I need to see me some fucking blood, man.
Well, I would say watch. Well, there's UFC, but UFC is a little tame nowadays in comparison to the past.
Compared to the old days where they used to have like a fucking kickboxer go against a sumo wrestler and kick that fucker's teeth out of his skull.
Too bad roller games don't exist in this day and age like it did in the 80s. That was some good shit. It was like wrestling with rollerblading mixed into one. It was actually...
You were one of the 5 people who watched that.
I was, because I thought some of those chicks were fucking hot on that show. I was a young kid, but I was a young pervert too back in that time period. I loved 80s chicks, and I still love 80s chicks. They're just,
Yeah, none of them got no bush no more.
I know.
Sometimes it's gross, sometimes it's pretty all right.
Yeah.
Now they all look the same. I think that's the problem. There's no diversity. There's no diversity in your bush, you fucks.
If you got bugs there, you better shave that shit off.
Yeah, well, that's one of the cases. Bush lives matter.
No, because that's worse than fecal matter.
Okay, mister. Only thing better than beer is vagina juice.
Yep. Pussy juice. The taste is gonna move ya. Oh.
The mountains of Bush. Head to the mountains of Bush. Sorry, Ace, the inside jokes. Ooh, inside. Ooh.
I would share something with you, but I can't share shit with this fucking program.
Sorry, we Neanderthals will evolve eventually, but this is what we currently know. I mean, I have fucking Skype, but
It doesn't even have to be Skype or I don't know. I mean, you
we'll
get
figure it out, dude.
OBS doesn't take too many resources.
He
That's-
uses that to record the shit, actually.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
So why don't you just link it up to your YouTube
We are
channel?
noobs.
So what are you trying to do, or what do you want to do when I like? Do you want me to capture your feed or something? Like what?
I mean, I wanted to share this this audio file that I have on my computer of me and Silent Rob rapping together.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
Actually, he's got it too.
Yeah, I got it.
He's got it too. We called
Serial.
it
Yeah.
but I can't share it.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
yeah. Well,
But Drunken Punk knows about it.
Hey, fucking, whatchamacallit? Fucking, Demonius, man. You got an email I could send that to?
yeah. I actually, you sent me that. Do you still have my email from last time?
I don't remember.
Okay, well,
We're noobs.
Jesus Christ.
I know this is awful.
You guys really are cavemen. It's like I'm talking. I look like.
No, you see, we're from the old school days of using motherfucking, AIM and MSN and shit. And
See, I look like the Geico caveman, but you guys are actually the Geico cavemen.
man, eat a dick.
Suck my ass. And I just had a colonoscopy, so there might not be anything up there.
Oh my lord.
Doesn't sound like it would be a pleasant ass to eat.
Oh, no, it was awful. And it's just, yeah, I didn't like
I
it.
gotta find the fucking thing. You bitches talk about a subject while my dumbass finds this shit.
Shit. I don't know. I'm kind of running dry now.
Ooh.
That's what
not
she
good.
said. That's what she said.
What do you say?
But
Oh, here we go. Let me see.
yeah, I'm like kind of excited for VR. I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm actually kind of excited for it because it allows a full immersive experience for when you play either a game or some kind of simulation. You get like the full aspect of it. It's expensive though, of course, and I'm actually thinking about adopting a system down the line when they get more affordable. So, like I mean, everyone knows when you adopt a new technology, it's not all that, good. You have to work out the kinks and whatnot. But I honestly think that I think VR is going to be kind of neat, and I would really love to play Euro Truck Simulator with a Oculus Rift because I really like that game, and to be able to look around like if I was inside a truck and I actually pretend to drive that sumbitch, I would really like that.
Right.
But it's just take the wait and see attitude. It could be a flop, just like motion controls were. And I'm one of the ones who actually do like the idea of motion control. It was just in its infancy, though. We weren't ready for it yet, I don't think. Or it was just the wrong way to go about it. I don't believe in holding a wand to do what you want in a video game is all that appealing. But I was getting where they were getting with it. But what I would really like is if you had gloves, kind of like the Power Glove, but that actually was functional. And like you could hold objects and like a sword or something and like do some sword fighting and shit. I don't know. It's just one of those things I thought of in the past when the Wii was.
You said sword fighting.
Kids in my school actually used to do that all the time, and it was awful because you would hear their sausages smacking each other in the booth, and it was just awful.
Let me see. Where the fuck? Oh my god, pile of shit. Where the fuck do I attach a goddamn file?
There should be something that's called attachment
Yeah, I
or
know.
attached file or something. I don't know.
Is there a title link? No, like they changed shit again.
Well, we'll just worry about it on the next one.
Fuck, I don't know, man. One, let me see. No. What the fuck? More fucking rereads. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Alright, so I guess I should go under my email and grab it then.
Okay. It's about ready to fucking upload, and then I can send. It's uploading currently.
Okay, but hopefully,
Do you know how to add it into the OBS thing, dude?
I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's not,
Yeah, it shouldn't be rocket surgery, man. I think you can. There we go. And
I don't have
demoniusx at Gmail. There we go.
I don't have superpowers, just super retarded.
All right. Yeah, sorry, so we're kind of noobish on this whole thing. We only been doing this thing for a couple of weeks.
I see.
Yeah, 5 weeks actually. Well, we took a break last week.
Don't worry, I'll commandeer your freaking podcast.
Oh yes. The evil Asalieri will commandeer everything, and he'll steer all the fucking subjects and not let you talk at all because he's evil.
I totally spoke like for the last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, because you didn't have other shit going on, that you had to take care of. You were just demeaning us and taking control. Evil fuck. You evil fuck.
Fuck Emmer and his freaking.
I wouldn't fuck him with your dick.
I wouldn't fuck him with yours, so yeah.
Like fucking Scott always says, I wouldn't fuck you with a stolen dick.
Absolutely not. Because that's no bueno.
Yeah, there's not a single male or female on this planet that would fuck him. True story.
He probably goes home with his fucking meat mountains and shoves them up his ass.
He already showed in that private conversation he had with David that he'd rather have his pussy than an actual woman. So.
Oh Jesus!
Fucking David, man, what a fucking piece of shit him too. You know, I wanted to be the benefit of doubt on him. You know, he seemed like a cool dude, but he just threw you under the bus. So fuck him too. I don't care. That's my own personal opinion. You can think whatever, but
No,
personally, to me, he acted like a bitch. You get the file there, Scott?
Yes, I'm working on getting it.
We
And
need to get our
6
shit
million
together
ways to
next
die.
week.
Choose one.
Next time we have a guest on, so we don't act like a couple of fucking mooks in this shit.
right on. So you want me playing this in the? You want me to play this in the background, or do you want to keep quiet so it plays? Like what?
Yeah, we can just mute our mics probably and just play that
I
shit.
would just say play it, react to it.
Okay.
Rich,
Yeah,
would you
okay,
react
that'll work.
to it?
Well, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it. You probably won't, but I mean,
No, I mean, can you add that into the stream
Yeah,
as far as
that's-
OBS?
We could,
Yeah.
we could shut up, you know,
okay.
and
Okay.
you can watch it, and then we can basically see how you react to it.
All right. Well, I'll listen to it, and I guess I can offer some commentary. It's only
Yeah.
a minute and 2 seconds, but hey.
But yeah, this is basically just something me and Rob kind of.
All right. Well, this is Asa and Silent Rob then doing some kind of rap. So let's listen to it and see what we think.
Million ways to die. Choose one.
Well,
I don't
this
hear nothing.
just kind of reminds me of 90s style shit. going on.
I don't hear it, man.
We're not going to hear it. You're supposed to
But I showed these hoes they can
All right,
stop me.
all right.
These
Sorry.
motherfuckers fail to see,
All right.
cause I'm a motherfucking god. About to set sail. Watching these bitches try and fail. Got these fat motherfuckers talking smack. Going to McDonald's buying 2 Big Macs to stack. So suck my dick, you fat fuck. Falling on the Grand Canyon, getting stuck.
I'm wetter than paper, the big fat acer, but not as fat as you, the meat mountain chaser. You embracer, you 2 gay lovers got the balls in your facer. I would race ya, but what's the point?
This
You
is-
can't handle moving,
This is
no
pretty
one would see a
entertaining,
trace
I
of
have
ya.
to say.
Nature's last warning, you gotta exercise more than your mouth's why you got extra size. For the love of God, put on some deodorant. You might think you're odorless, but you smell like dead Hodor's ass.
Dead Hodor's ass. That's amazing. I like that. For a
Fall
sec-
down a Grand Canyon, get stuck.
At first, I was literally thinking, is this going to be like that one song that was in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3? Gotta wash your ass if you must. For a second there, that's what I was thinking it was going. But I was not disappointed. That was really good. Asa, I like it.
I can't wait till he
Yeah.
fucking releases that shit. He better, man. That's the bomb.
That's some good stuff. Silent Rob's got a really good rapping voice for it. You know, he has the flow.
See, I can't do that shit, man. I
Oh.
might be able to.
Are you saying I
write some
don't?
shit.
No, I was going to say,
No. What I'm saying is, I can write shit. I can't do it, and you were pretty good too. But Rob, like, that's like built into his fucking DNA. Like, he's naturally fucking good, and you did a good job too. But I mean, the fact that he came up with the idea and started doing it, and then it's like he always said, "You want to fucking do this with me?" I mean, that motherfucker, he's just great, man.
yeah, he seems to be Silent Rob just seems to be an awesome dude. He likes to interact with the community and people that want to be interested in doing
Oh yeah,
And he doesn't think he's above them. Like, that's the
And
problem with.
Yeah, that's a problem with YouTube. A lot of people just think they're above everyone else. It's
fucking
bullshit.
fucking Alpha Mega Sin did a goddamn video where
Fuck
he's like,
him.
could one of you guys remix this video for me where I'm saying Konami fuck you and put it up on? So I did that with a song from Skitchin on the Sega Genesis, and that was one of the first videos I did that sort of set the tone for me to come back and start doing the Irate Bullshit Show again. And he didn't leave a fucking comment, and his fans are like, "Yo, did fucking Alpha see this?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude. He didn't leave a fucking comment. He didn't contact me. Nothing."
Yeah, Alpha seems to think he's better than everybody. So.
Now, as much of a piece of shit as Emmer's been, he at least commented on things. But I mean, you know, then he came on all passive aggressive on my fucking latest video where I'm dissing him.
Yeah, that's the problem with YouTube. You know, once some of these people gets a modicum of fame, they start acting like oh, yep,
Like they're,
I'm the best, I'm the greatest. I don't have to treat people like human beings anymore. You know?
it's like they act like they're God and they can do whatever
Yeah,
the fuck they want. And you know, it's like Yeah, like when they were at
That's
the
why I
bottom.
lost a hell of a lot of respect for freaking Alpha Mega Sin and people like him, because they let the fame get to their heads. It's
Yeah.
not even
Fucking Review Tech USA and Mundane Matt.
mundane, man. Yeah, all of those assholes. I mean, this is
Like
why
I said, I turned to that, slit my fucking throat. Come here, kill me. I don't want to be one of those pricks.
I don't
Yeah.
either. And, you know, I always told, like I said in my past vlogs, I don't care to be famous. I don't care to be popular. But if I do, I won't forget the people that helped me get that way.
exactly.
Give
Because-
back to the fucking community you grew up in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but a lot of these people do. Yeah. Friggin' JonTron, hell, I've spoken to JonTron back before he became famous.
Yes.
He became famous, and then he ignored, like, there was a video that a friend of mine recorded at a convention where JonTron didn't even give the time of day to people he used to collaborate with.
And that's just it's a shame that you can't, someone can't just remember where they're from. You know,
I'm big now. I don't have to talk to you. Yeah.
kind of reminds me of the live action Flintstones movie when the Rubbles got big. Not the Rubbles, the Flintstones got
Flintstones, yeah.
big, and they basically told the Rubbles to get fucked. You know, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same instance there. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
I got all this fame and money. Why do I need you? I mean, that's how they feel. It's fucking ridiculous.
And I'll tell you what, though. Fucking Emmer, he used to talk on my videos and say this or that, and he's been subscribed to me for like, I don't know, fucking 7-8 years or whatnot. He's still subscribed to me, but you know what the thing is? He doesn't fucking comment anymore. He hasn't commented since 2011 on any of my videos. The last 2 times he did was times I mentioned him. The diss video and this video he did on third wave feminism, which I did agree with, but I deleted it because I thought he would fucking claim that for copyright after the whole falling out between you and him, and I took your side because I think he's a piece of shit on that.
Amen to that.
But I mean, that's the only time he commented recently in the past fucking 5 years was on shit that I mentioned him in.
A lot of people definitely let the fame get to their heads. They don't remember the people who got them there. They don't remember that people are people and that people have feelings, you know?
Yep, they're like, I got all this fame and money and attention now. Why do I need you?
I'm not Kanye West. I'm Eazy-E, bitch. I remember my fucking roots.
Exactly, but not everyone does, or they just don't care. It's a sad world we live in.
That's why, you know, if I ever were to get big, you know, which I don't think I will. There's no way. Why should I act any different? You know.
Exactly.
But
remember
more people.
Right. Remember those people that helped you get there. I mean, that's all it is.
If creating a facade that's so opposite of your actual personality is what gets you famous, then you didn't deserve to be famous. If what you gets you famous, then that's you. That's for real, man. But it's like these people, they throw away their identity. They become these fakes just to get, you know, that's the definition of a sellout. A sellout is not making money. A sellout is not making money. A sellout is someone changing their ideals in order to get money.
Or fame.
Yeah.
Fame, money, whatever. It's kind of synonymous anymore.
No, not really. I mean, there's famous people who have no money, and there's money
That's
people
true.
who have no fame. You know?
But you know what I'm trying to fucking say. I mean, it's like people who change their ideals. Those are the true fucking sellouts.
What do you want, dude?
Yeah, it's just a lot of people, you know, that get famous. They just forget that it's those people that really care about them as individuals and as stars help them get that way in the first place. Thus, you know, they feel that they just have the audacity to shut them off once they get big, and it's just that usually like shows the true colors of that individual when that happens, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it's complete bullshit. Because, you know, if I were to ever become famous, like I said, I would never forget the people that helped me get there. I would always give them shout-outs. I would always respond to what they have to say. Matter of fact, anyone that writes me on fucking YouTube, and I'm sure most people can attest to this. When you write me personal messages or comments, I normally respond to you, or if you write me a PM, I respond to that too.
I mean, hell, you talk about my ass, and I got less subs than you.
Right. Because I mean, I want you to get big. I would like for you to get big. You make good content.
Even Asa has mentioned, he seems to understand where I come from as far as what my whole shtick has been for years. And he says, even though, like the whole Microsoft same thing, make fun Irish gamer thing, that's so old hat, but he loves my editing, man. And we've talked about this. And he's like, your editing is fucking awesome. And that's the thing. And I want to be the guy behind the camera. I think that's what I'm better at. I'm better as a director and editor. And as far as setting up the music and the tone and shit, that's what I'm good at. I ain't meant to be the guy in front of the camera at all.
Right. Well, it's a 2-hour mark, so I think we're going to go ahead and cut it off. If you guys have any closing remarks, go ahead.
He's not on currently.
I see.
We should let him get back first and see whatever the hell he wants to do, man.
All right. Well, we're at the 2-hour mark. I'm just letting you know.
I know. He got in a little late. We'll figure it out.
Changing a diaper right now.
Well, do what you gotta do, man.
Right. Check the file size.
Yellow.
Their legs.
Ooh.
I'll send you a link to his channel so you can put it in the description, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also going to go ahead and put your link in the description of your channel, because I honestly think people need to check your stuff out as well, because
I need to get me another video in the works here,
Yeah, well, I just want, if I can help you get more exposure, I will, and I try. I mean, I always mention you on every time, and people should really check out your shit. You got some good stuff.
I need to point more people towards you too, because even though you had some infamy back in the day, it's kind of fallen off, and I don't think you're getting enough exposure.
Well, if I do, if I get more exposure, that's great. If I don't, it's fine, dude. I mean, like I said, I'm just doing this for a hobby, and if I don't get views, I don't get
Same
views.
here, dude.
Like
I say, the only thing I ever aspire to do is maybe get some beer money here and there. That's about it.
I'm the same fucking way, dude. It's like sometimes I wonder if I open a Patreon. I'm curious to see if anyone would donate to the cause for either beer money.
I think if I hit 2,000 subs, I'll start one just for the fuck of it.
Right on. All right, thanks for the link. I'll definitely put that in.
I would just do it as a donation thing and not as a locking off subscribers. If you don't subscribe to me, you don't get this video or that video. I think that's bullshit.
No, that's stupid is what it is. I mean, it's being a complete asshole, and I would never do that. I would, all my content, all the things I have to say and express, I want everyone to see, because they have a right for that. I don't give a shit if if you pay me money or not, or if you want to donate to, just for the content I put on screen or not. I mean, I know I don't make great shit, but I put stuff out
if they're
there.
entertained, if they want to help you, I mean, that's one thing. But it's these people, that just want free shit. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I make the best videos in the world for free.
Yep.
I make okay videos, I think.
Who is this guy?
My videos aren't for everybody.
Videos. I like your videos.
If you like them, at least I don't charge you for them. I don't say, hey, you need to give me this so-and-so, such and such, and I'll make
it's like we were talking the other day when fucking Silent Rob was being a bit of an entrepreneur and he was trying to make some dough because YouTube fucked him out of a partnership. People were shitting all over him, and now assholes like him are like, oh, here, send me some DVDs for nothing, and they're applauded, man. It's bullshit. It's like, okay, this is okay, but what he did years ago, when he did before anybody else, he probably even did it before that guy with the fucking glasses did it, and he's got shit on.
No, he didn't even make any money doing it. That's the sad part.
really.
Without a doubt. So I think it seems like we're all running kind of dry here. So do you think I should go ahead and cut it off then? Are you guys done, or do you have? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I mentioned most of the
Said what-
things.
Okay. Well, we have a week before we can come up with more stuff, and if there's more stuff that pisses us off, or if something else pops off, we can go ahead and express our opinions on that, because I believe opinions matter, and that's just the way it is. Well, as always, I am Demonius X, and I want to thank Drunken Punk 800 and Asa for coming on camera, or not on camera, but coming on the podcast and expressing their views on certain kinds of people that piss us off and we don't like, for obvious things. So if you guys want to make any kind of closing remarks, feel free to do so.
Um,
Got anything, Asa?
no, not really. Just I'm fat asshole, and until next time, dear viewer.
Fantastic. How about you,
Hell
DP?
yeah. Till next time, dear viewer. The quintessential send-off. But as far as me, Drunken Punk, man, I don't really have a whole lot to say. All I know is I gotta get my ass busy, get some new shit out, but nothing as of yet. Got ideas. Gotta get off my ass. Gotta get my AC in my window. Gotta get something done, but I'll figure it out, man. I'm bad with deadlines.
Motivation. You need motivation, my friend.
Stick a foot up my ass.
I was only here because I wanted to take over the stream, and I wanted to commandeer it.
Oh, yes.
Well, definitely.
You're such an evil bastard, Asa. Why did you do it? Oh my God! You're just a Nazi. You fucker.
Well.
The heart attack. Another helping 920 dies.
No, what's funny is that he was so dedicated to his craft that even in death he still edited death.
Wow, that's mind blowing. That's a total mind fuck.
You know what fucks that man dead? He's getting less views per video than fucking Rob is on diss videos. Or me on diss videos. Me, Mr. Nothing. Mr. Forgotten About. Mr. Has Been.
Right.
He's helped me grow. So fuck him. Fuck him dead. Thanks for the views, you cocksucker.
All right, then. Well, I hope everyone else out there has a great weekend and everyone takes care of themselves, and we'll see you again on the next one.
Peace, bitch.